Eli Roth's latest gore-fest, Ice Cream Man, is now in theaters, but apparently he used generative AI? Yeah, I'm not seeing that crap. So this is probably my first anti-review. Hopefully my last. I normally like to be a pretty positive person on this channel. Outside of new movies, I generally don't review movies I don't like. So when I heard Eli Roth was making a movie called Ice Cream Man, I, like many others, thought, oh, this is a remake of the 1995 movie with Clint Howard. It was not. It is not that. A lot of people also thought it was an adaptation of the graphic novel, which I was not familiar with personally, but just goes to show you, nobody knew or thought that Eli Roth was doing something original. And it turns out he wasn't. For context, I'm not a big Eli Roth fan or hater. I'm kind of right in the middle. I like a couple of his movies, and then the rest, whatever. With Cabin Fever and Hostel, I think, being his two best films, I don't even love those films. I think they're pretty decent. I'll say I was mildly excited to check this movie out. After some recent early screenings for the movie, though, a lot of people said they could tell the movie used generative AI. This made any excitement I had, or feelings of joy towards seeing this, disappear entirely. It was replaced with confusion, and I wouldn't call it sadness, but just like, oh, that's a fucking bummer. Guess I'm not seeing that. Eli Roth responded to an inquiry about the cartoon sequence in the film, saying, I have an animation background and I drew it, he says. I worked with an animation team, and I wanted it to look and feel like there's an old Mickey Mouse cartoon where he goes to a haunted house, and there's brooms and dancing skeletons, and this kind of flowing dancing stuff, and the jittery style of the animation. So I drew the loop cycles and the styles, then I had some animators help kind of make it a little more fluid, and I worked with an artist to give it a bit of an old-timey jittery feel. But I sat there and drew out the frames that I wanted, and I tried to match the style of the 1920s haunted Mickey Mouse cartoons. Later, when this was revealed to be, let's say, not entirely accurate, he responded with, I misspoke. AI was used in a very small portion of a few scenes in the film. It was an opportunity where technology and creativity came together to help bring my vision for the film to life. There was a lot of talk online by people who had seen the film whether that animated sequence was the only AI scene or not. AI VFX studio Dark Half was involved in the film, and their representatives did not respond to Variety when they reached out for a comment. I feel like that just goes to show the public opinion about AI. And the people doing the generative AI, like studio work, know that people don't like it. And I personally don't know what movie director with any self-respect is going to use generative AI in their movie, on purpose. Knowingly. And I'm not making this video to disrespect Eli Roth or literally attack him or anything like that. If he made a statement that was like, hey, that was my bad, I'm not going to use any generative AI in my films going forward. If he made a movie that looked good, I'd go see it. And this isn't just an all-out AI hate video either. I'm speaking very specifically about generative AI, and the kind of AI that's bad for people, the environment, art. AI should be vacuuming my house, mowing my lawn, changing the AC temperature accordingly, stuff like that. But this shit's gonna unfortunately keep happening. Directors and studios are gonna keep thinking it's chill to just keep using AI. And because they're so far disconnected from real society and people who are like you and me, they'll have no idea until the movie tanks. The thing is, I don't even know if there's anything positive to say about this movie. The performances or anything, because I'm not gonna see it. For the first time, I think I'm saying, like, this movie is bad, and I haven't seen it. I'm just not going to see this trifling excuse for a movie and support this behavior. And the thing is, I actually thought there'd be a lot more movie channels taking this stance of like, no, I'm not reviewing that crap. I'm not even going to see that crap. And to be clear, I'm not saying that they should have, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't see it. I'm aware my opinion's not going to change yours. And I'm tired, boss. What I will say is take yourself to the theater this weekend and see Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. And look at this video from the set. This is incredible. I don't think Ice Cream Man used any matte paintings. I could be wrong, but two very opposite sides of the spectrum in the horror genre these days. I know which vision I'm giving my money to. I know you guys are going to have a lot of different opinions about this, but I'll remind you to keep the comments respectful, while still letting me know your thoughts on Ice Cream Man and generative AI in films. Love to hear from you guys.